welcome. Well, welcome to week 172 update and 173 or something like that. I think it's 173. Well, today is Monday. It is December 11th. Only got about 14 more days left to Christmas. Yeah, give me you an update about what's going on with the health and everything. But first of all, hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps other people know when I'm posting videos. And of course, before we get started, I'm not a medical doctor. Don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first before we get started. Well, welcome. And yeah, so let you know what's going on with me. So I got to figure out why my A game has been down. Yeah, I haven't been quite myself emotionally or physically for the last months as well. It's been about 6 weeks now. And so last Friday, I decided to go to urgent care and I get a hold of them and they went down there and they checked me out because I've been dealing with a bad cold. Well, first they had a really bad. I'm just giving you. Yeah, I don't sugarcoat anything on the channel. Those of you guys know that have been following me along. You guys all know me. So right now we're just doing my video from my car this week because I'm waiting for my wife there. She's got a doctor's appointment today. I take her down to adjacent city of Fitchburg and she has some blood drawn every other Tuesday, every other Monday, and then if they need to give her a shot, they give her a shot to bring up her blood count. So, anyways, that's what I have to go with, and that's every other Monday, by the way. And it's about a 4 hour wait over here, and it's typical, typical, typical. So, anyways, getting back to everything. Um, okay, that's different. I just seen an elderly lady on a scooter. Okay, so yeah, so I go down to I started out with a sinus infection and then it blew up into a bad cold. Bad cold. That's all I think I really have, really, to tell you the truth. And so I go down to urgent care Friday, and this was late in the afternoon Friday, and I usually, most of you guys know that I do the volunteer on Friday night in the charity. And so they said, well, they did an EKG. They checked my heart for the sound and everything. Everything sounded good. Other than that, I've been okay and everything. So then they said I need you to go down to emergency hospital and I want you to get some blood work and I want you to get a chest X-ray to make sure you haven't got a blood clot or anything like that. And I says, well, now this is late in the afternoon, and Donna and I do the bingo on Friday night. So I says, okay, well, I'm not going to go to bingo this coming Friday tonight. All right, I'll just stay home and I'll see how I feel in the morning on Saturday. So I dropped Donna off at bingo on Friday nights, and um, yeah, so everybody was asking about me. I didn't realize how much I'm well loved over there on Friday nights. Yeah, so if it's any of my Friday night fans that actually do the bingo over there that watch my channel, thank you for your concern. Um, so Saturday morning, I get up. I says, okay, I'm still feeling like crap. Then I go down to the hospital after we get dressed and stuff, and then they check me. You get checked in, go through the metal detector, fill out all the paperwork. Then you gotta wait. Then somebody calls you up and then, okay, this is cool. The nurse called me up. She did on my blood. She did a blood pressure thing. It took some basic information down and all that stuff. Did you travel outside the country and all that crap? Then I sat down again. Then another guy called me up and they registered me again for some other crap. Then I sat down again. I no sooner sat down, they called me up. They brought me over to the inside the one of the rooms in ICU, and they hooked me all up to the EKG again. They did a chest X-ray, and then they drew some blood, and then they did a COVID test. And on all the test results, everything came back fine except for one thing. I got that, and everybody else has been. They call it that, but I just think it's a common cold. So I was tested positive. So now they just want me to stay home and rest. And meantime, I got appointments I have to keep and try to keep my distance between people. And I already know the Rudy too. Uh, So it is what it is, guys, and just gotta just I've in going on what almost 3 years now since it's been out. I just the first time I've ever got it, and I've been feeling pretty good. But because I do a lot of volunteer, I film, I do video, and I deal with the general public, and I got to be careful. So no matter how careful you are, you can still get this, right? So that's just a rule of thumb. Just be careful, and you know, hey, good morning, Anne Marie. I should say good afternoon. Yeah, I was tested positive for COVID. That's what's going on with me. I still got it really bad. Sinus. It's hard to explain. When I've been breathing, like I can feel like my chest being caved in and stuff like that, and really tightness. And I had a really bad sinus infection. It was getting an awful lot of headaches and stuff like that. And so when I went to the ER Saturday, they told me I had that, right? And so then today, Donna's got an appointment. So I'm in my car waiting for my wife. I had to go bring her to get a blood shot today. And this is a 3 hour wait for me. So I got to wait for her for at least 3 hours, right? So in the meantime, I get a call just before I went on live. As a matter of fact, I get a call from the health department, explaining to me about all that bullshit and everything. I goes, "Yeah, I already know all about this stuff there. I've been dealing with for the city for the last 3 years. I'm fully aware. I'm fully educated on it, right?" And then Saturday cracked me up when I got out of the emergency room. She says, "Don't forget to wear a mask." I felt like turning around and saying, "You wear a mask, you could shove it up your, you know what, because the mask isn't going to help you one bit. It's been a proven fact with the mask. So the rule of thumb is just try to stay away from people. You know what I mean? And use your smarts. Um, so today, when I get done with her today, I need to go pick up some things at Market Basket, and I'm planning on making a spaghetti sauces. I'm going to have to stay home. The one I did the bingo with Friday night, Donna didn't win anything at the charity Friday night, but yeah, I couldn't believe how well loved I was Friday. I says, oh my God. Donnie came, Donnie came home and she said, "Do you know how many people came up to me and wanted to know if you had surgery for your hip? Are you okay?" She said everybody in the bingo hall came up to her and talked to her. They hardly ever talked to her. So that kind of made me feel very warm and very welcomed over there. So I was really, really, I really, really am so I'm so blessed that be surrounded by a lot of love. And speaking of love, do you believe in spiritual meanings? Here's a new one. Here's a new twist. I was in the living room playing with the cat this morning before we get ready to leave, and the cardinal came and visited us. So, and the red cardinal and everything. And it goes, boy, it's kind of unusual this time of year to see a cardinal this late in the season, right on my windowsill, and looking at us. So, that was just a spiritual meaning that somebody like one of our loved ones is coming in, giving us a meaning. Maybe they're concerned about my health or something like that, just telling me to be careful. But yeah, life is about the journey, and this is a typical instance. And so yesterday, I get the Colonial Band, and they're guys really, really high class people. I'll tell you, I feel bad in some ways. In some ways, I'm glad I'm just kind of like moving on now. John, the manager, and his wife Sharon, they're really great people. The whole band is really, really great people. So I told them, John, I told right along that, this is my last concert that I'm filming for the city. I'm not filming for the city no more. Um, oh, specifically the studio. And I tried to schedule out a camera. There was none available. And this is a good concert to film. And I've been doing this since 2012. That's how long I've been involved with the city, and all volunteer. And when I was volunteering for the studio, the director, Carl, I saw him yesterday, the former director, and I talked to him yesterday. And, I told him, I said, I'm not going back to the studio, Carl. This is my final concert. And he goes, Ron, I don't blame you. I just retired. My wife's retired. They took over the studio. Actually, they started the studio back in the 1970s, and he's been there ever since. And a lot of the older guys that I knew over there, they're all retiring, they're all leaving. They get tired of the bull crap. And so now he hired a bunch of new people. None of them have a clue as to what the heck they're doing. And I asked for a camera. I couldn't get a camera because they were all out on loan. And so I ended up using my iPad, and I had my other camera, and my other camera it's garbage. I'm not going to use the other camera no more. But Carl was telling me last night, he says, Ron, I film everything on my mobile camera, and that's what he uses. And I says, that's what kind of what I'm using. My quality was okay. I haven't edited the video yet, but I put it up in the program, and it's ready to be edited now. That's the next process for video for me. That's where I have a lot of fun in editing video. I love editing video. And but here's what the problem is: because it's low light in the city hall, plus you had all the trees set up. I think the man said yesterday there was like 55 trees set up all around the outer perimeter inside the city hall, and you got the light from the trees and the dimness of the lights, and that affected some of the video quality. And I had this, they call it grain, if you know what a grain is, kind of like contrast. And they had these like you see like like when you watch your TV. So they got filters that could clean it up some, but it's not never going to be 100%. And then when I had it on the main railing, people were coming by here and there, and they were shaking my camera a little bit. And of course, you got these kids that want to come up and grab everything. And I was standing right there next to my camera the whole time I was there. I got an okay video, and so the next process for me is just to edit the video. I got to put a title in it. I got to adjust the volume of the sound, get it ready for TV broadcasting, and then I got to put titles in the top of the tracks for the names of the songs, and they call it the arbitrators of the songs, they credit the artist who wrote the song. And I do all that in post editing, and then I do color adjustments and all that stuff there in the final product to get it ready for TV broadcasting. And I don't get paid for this. Typically when I go on a location and I do a concert, a 2-hour concert becomes a 20-hour job. It takes that long, and I got home last night. I was tired because I told Emery, I told you Sunday night when I was Saturday night went to bed. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, and I couldn't get back to sleep. And then I mean, that's why I be taking that nighttime medicine. And when I take that, I wake up in the morning, I'm wicked groggy and I'm tired. And it takes me. This morning I had four cups of coffee and two teas, and to try to, because you could tell by the way I sound, it's all in here, and it's terrible. So like again, this is the first time I'm not even really sick. I just got a damn cold, and it just, I want to take care of myself before it balloons into something else, other than what it is. And she was just, the reason why they did the X-ray, they were just worried that I may have had a blood clot in my lungs or something like that. And in the blood work, everything was fine. So, the only thing I got to really be thankful for, guys, is that I never smoked, not even the funny stuff. I don't have a problem with it. Never drank alcohol, never did drugs or any of that stuff. And the other thing, my whole entire life, I was just an overweight person because I didn't give a crap, more or less. And I'm back on track as far as that goes, but it just, I just getting you how my week went and everything like that. Now, so Friday night we did the cookie thing. That came out pretty good. I loved making those cookies. They were a little bit dark on the bottom. You got to remind that every oven time varies on the cooking times. So those cookies in reality, should have only been in the oven for 8 minutes, and I left them in for 12. But they were still fine. I still ate them, and because the other ones I made, they were a little bit lighter on the color. But so what do we got going on today? So Donna's in well, she's in the hospital, but she's going to be coming out hopefully, so I don't get a call from them that they got to keep her there. I had enough of this freaking shit. I'm so sick of it. I'll tell you, every time I turn around, we got a doctor's appointment or a stinking copayment, I can't afford it. And I was talking to Dave Orsolak yesterday there, one of the guys that I used to work with. He's retired now. He's in his 80s. He said, Ron, I just had cataract surgery in November. He said they don't do it all right away. They do one eye, then 2 weeks later they did the other eye. And he said they cost him $175 each in copayments. So that was like almost $500 for the copayments. I says, yeah, I know. This girl over there, she's charging my wife $250 a copayment. Like you said, Emery, last night, it's a good thing I saved that money there from that guy there. I got enough money to pay for that. But, people that don't have enough money to pay for their copayments is killing us. Every time I turn around, there's a stinking copayment. It's awful. I never seen anything like this before in my life. So I just, I mean, I worked all my life to be retired. I told Donna, I said, I'm going back to work. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, Donna, we can't afford the car payment. It's just, it. I'll tell you guys, I got a letter from the mail from Social Security, because Donna and I are retirement. She got the same letter I got. We got a 3 point something percent raise. I ended up getting $60 more, and she ended up getting $40 more. That's $100. Guess what? The rent's going to go up 200. So we're not gaining nothing. And not only that, you guys know that's why you do. You're a smart shopper. I know you go shopping today. I, it's three. You figure it's no more a small order. Even a loaf of bread now costs what, $7 or $8 for a loaf of bread, and they're giving you less and they're charging you more. It's crazy, So something's got to be done with this economy, I'm not even going to get involved in talking about elections. So I'm already pissed off about all that. That's for another topic because I don't want my channel to get shut down. But yeah, so I'm letting you know it's going good. I have that, and so I just got to be cautious and careful. Tomorrow I got an afternoon appointment with Oreo. I want him to get his nails clipped off tomorrow, or I should say his fish hooks, because he's digging in it. What a little stinker! He got into my, he he waits right into he this morning. Like when I got up, I got up this morning. What time did I get up this morning? About 6. Oh yeah, about 6:30. He waits right at my door. As soon as he hears me get up, choom, he's right into my room. And when I get up in the morning and do whatever I got to do, I make a cup of coffee, and then I like to sit down and relax. I go on, I check all my emails, go on my YouTube channel, see how many YouTubers I got, whether or not the monetization part of it, how many watch hours I got now, and all that junk. And then my usual routine, and then I'll play Pogo for a little while, and then I'll check all my emails, check my bank account, make sure nobody's screwing around my bank account, and all that stuff there. And then I will go get another cup of coffee, and then another one. This morning I made a breakfast. I made some sausage and eggs this morning, and yeah. So then, of course, I finally got him out of my room, and then he came back in again another time. And then my wife got up, and then he goes to my wife's room, and then we have a hard time getting. I don't mind him in my room, but here's what the deal is: he doesn't behave. I had my Christmas tree set up, and he knocked it over this morning. He tried to get up there and knocked it over again, almost. I stopped him, but he's a little monkey, and he's a typical cat. And he likes to get into mischief, and that's what they like to do. That would be a great cat for somebody that has another cat, so he can interact with, or a dog, to keep that cat in check, because he's a lot to handle for her daughter and I. But anyways, he's got an appointment tomorrow. I'm going to have her just like a checkup, and of course that'll be another $100 to $200 there. And then Wednesday, Donna has cataract surgery up in Gardner, and in that area over there by the Burger King. And so as you go, yeah, that was the other thing that ticked me off last Friday when she called me up there. She told me all the information for Donna, and then she said, okay, it's going to be a $250 call payment. She calls me back up. Instead of telling me right in that damn first call, she calls me back up about 10 minutes later. She says, oh, by the way, there's a $250 call payment that's due at the time you have surgery. And how are you going to pay for that? I felt like saying, F you, lady. I goes, oh my God, these people are so pathetic. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give anybody a damn break. They're so afraid of this freaking co-payment money. It just, I know a lot of you guys and gals that don't fall into our category, retirement. Wait till you get there. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We better hope those damn medical beds come out there in the next couple of years so that nobody has to deal with this crap anymore. And if you don't know what they are, I'll give you some links that you can follow, because once those get rolled out to the general public, all these hospitals will be bye-bye. And about 98% of the doctors will be bye-bye. You won't have to deal with this crap anymore. But anyways, that's where we are with anything. So yeah, so the band the concert was okay. I just now, oh yeah, and they did recognize me for filming and everything. I felt bad when I told Steve, the man, the conductor, that this is going to be my final concert. And so when I was getting ready to leave, John came up to me and he gave me a Christmas card, and I goes, John, what is this for? You don't have to give me anything. I says, I do this because I want to do this. So he gave me a gift card. See if I have it in my wallet. I think I do. So I could show you. Oh, he gave me this. This is the gift card for the Main Street Cafe, because he knows I'm down there all the time. $20 gift card. and much appreciated because I love that band. I love the guys there and the gals there. They're all really nice people. I met them all. I've eaten with them. Every year they invite me out to dinner, and Donna, and that there. So going forward to next year, if I can't get my own camera gear, and I mean it like a professional camera gear that I need, I'm not filming. And if I do film, here's what I really want to do. I want to start a nonprofit organization off of film and wedding photography and stuff like that. And as nonprofit, because I can make a little bit of money from nonprofit. And but the setup for me and the cost setup is going to be about $4,000 to $5,000, which is not out of the question. But I don't want to make a bill for one. This is why I want to go back to work, because I want to save up for it. And then I was thinking about maybe possibly about June, just before the concerts start again, pick up my camera up and get everything all I need at once, and then I'll be good to go. But the camera alone that I want to get costs about $3,000. Just the camera, batteries are $200 a piece, so I need to get at least 3 batteries. But you got one standard battery that comes with it, but you always want to have extra when you go on a location. And the camera that I want to get does slow motion, and it does live video, which is going to be a huge factor for me. So if I want to say film live on Facebook, if I want to go YouTube live, I can use that camera for live. And if I want to do a sporting event, I could type in lower thirds and stuff on the bottom. It's a high end camera, and I best a couple of people already that use that particular camera. It's a JVC model, and as far as getting a video camera, that's really nothing, but it's just all the accessories I need. I goes, oh my god, I need a transmitter and a receiver. I need two of them, because if I do weddings, you want to put a microphone onto the bride and groom, and one on the groom, and then you're gonna have a receiver for your camera to hook up to your sound system. A nice pair of headphones costs about $600. Oh my God, yeah. So that's where all the accessories come in, and then eventually I want to get a drone. I want to be able to fly a drone, and I've done drone video before, and that's really nice. And drones are getting pretty much for under 1,000. But if I offer all this into a package, and I can make some really good serious money, and I can always hire somebody to help me out with it. So that's what I got planned going on for next year. And that's what I was saying about school. Do I even really need school when I already know how to do all this stuff? Maybe I'll just take a couple of courses now and then, like one course at a time. I don't want to go to school full time. But we're planning on going back to work now. I'm like, what I got to be thankful about that is I don't have. I'm supposed to go January 2nd for a physical, but if I get any signs of this, they won't take me. So, thank goodness I got it now, right? So that's what we got going on today, and planning on doing a little bit of shopping at Market Basket before we go home. I'm picking up some, making a nice homemade batch of spaghetti sauce from scratch, and I'm gonna be prepping the meal. I'm thinking about doing in the crock pot there probably, but I got to buy a couple of pounds of ground beef and some sausage. And what I do is I mix the ground beef and the sausage all together, and then I make my meatballs. But I make it that way, and then I'll take the meatballs and I'll roll them up into a meatball, and then I'll put them on a flat sheeting pan, and I'll bake them in the oven until those are done, and then I'll put all my sauce stuff all into the crock pot, and then I'll add the sausage, the meatballs right in, and I put fresh. I'll take the triangle cube of mozzarella cheese, and I'll just grate it right in. Put the whole thing right in, and then I'll let that slow cook all night long, or at least 4 or 5 hours. And then after it cools down, I'll have some nice containers out, and that usually will stretch the budget out for about a month or so. But right now they're really so expensive, guys. You got to like Anne Marie, you were telling me. That's why I said I really enjoy watching your videos when you go to the Walgreens and those places, because I noticed even like at CVS, they'll offer like a buy one and get one free, buy two and get one free, and then they'll always offer the cash rewards. And the other day when I went to CVS and I got some cough drops, they printed me out a long receipt, and I'm looking at all the different, and they were all coupons on the thing, and of course we got and if you got one of those like a CVS card or a Walgreens card, you scan it and you get rewards added to it, so I appreciate that showing us how to do that, because you got to smart shop nowadays, and And I don't have a problem going to the dollar store. We got Dollar Trees down here. I don't know if we got a super one down over here yet, but I know if you're in my neck of the woods, in the former Shaw's parking lot down by our local hospital, they're building it's almost ready to go online. They're building a nice Amazon marketplace over there, and that'll be up there. And they got the mattress place over there. They just opened up. They got a beauty salon right next to that. They got Michael's, and they got yeah, Ocean State Job Laws in the area. Five and Up, Staples, and they got Weight Watchers, and they got quite a few other stores in that whole area, and of course some restaurants and all that up in that area. But Donna and I go down that area all the time, and what's nice, well, what the roads going up in that area, all been under construction. They just did the sidewalks over. They're just about right, and they're almost completed that project there, so it's going to be like we got a brand new road now, you know. But anyways, I have a sip of my wife's water because my throat's drying up. I know what to get it. So I talked to Betty, the one that does the bingo, that manages the bingo on Friday nights, and she said that I told her what's going on. She's the only one that that knows what's going on, and one of the girls that does a bingo with me there, she's been out for the last 3 weeks, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. So I just she said, Ron, why don't you just take one day at a time, and if I can feel like I can go Friday night, I'll go, but I'll have to wear a mask, you know. And it just kind of like stinks because, you know, I haven't worn a mask since who knows how long. I still got them. I got brand new ones in my car. But we have test kits that we can get right in the city hall there. I should have grabbed a couple yesterday. I'll probably go back there tomorrow and get one on my way down to the when I bring Oriole down for his appointment tomorrow, and just take it easy the rest of the week as best I can, because I don't want to give anybody this, and it just stinks. But it is what it is, guys. Like I said, life is about the journey, and I'm just taking one day as I can get to it. And what I want to do also next year is, if I can get that camera that I want to get, I want to be able to start filming those events live for you guys, and I could just set up my tripod and we could just do live broadcasting. Because I noticed that in our downtown area, they put a link up there for the free Wi-Fi connection, and I could go through my Bluetooth, or I could just, and I could set up the camera that way for the live. My camera that I use, I spent like $1,000, almost $1,500 a couple of years ago for a nice Canon camera. Now I'm ready to upgrade that one too, and I want to get something different. But yeah. But that's all we got going on for today. I'm going to start doing some more lives this week, since I'm going to be staying home. I thought maybe we could probably take some of that ground beef, and we'll show you how to make some mozzarella meatballs. But we're going to put when we make like Italian meatballs, we're going to stuff them with some mozzarella. Like the last time I did them, I used pearl mozzarella. They got, I call it mozzarella pearl balls, they call them. But I actually bought the flat mozzarella, and I could just cut it up and I roll it up like that, and I'll just stuff with the meatball that way there, and show you how we're going to do all that stuff on the next live this week, probably tomorrow, maybe, I'm thinking of. But I think I don't know, I don't think I really have anything more to ask. Yeah, hi, Treasure. I just want to see who else might have signed in with me. Yeah, so I'm just going over the chat type, and yeah, I don't think anybody else has anything more questions for me to answer. Yeah, so I'm just in the car waiting for my wife to finish up her shopping. Yeah, shopping at the hospital. She says, "Do you want to come in this week?" I goes, "No, I don't want to come in. I want to just stay in the car and I'll wait for her, and then I'll just do my, we'll go shopping, and I'll go home the rest of the day and just rest up." So if you're doing a live this afternoon, Anne Marie, I'll catch you live this afternoon and see what happens. I enjoyed that last night there. I seemed like a couple of times I had a little moment where I couldn't even think of a word that they done that word game last night, but I do okay with that. I really enjoy doing those. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys and gals later. On to be watching for I think maybe what's tomorrow, Tuesday. Tomorrow's I got an appointment with Oriole. Maybe we'll go on live tomorrow night, maybe around 6 o'clock or something like that, and I'll cook something up for you guys. But I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming along my journey. Love you guys. Have a great days. Have a great day. Sorry. I can't think with this thing going on in my, you know what I was just talking about. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.